Joan Evelyn Ongodia. I'm a civil geotechnical engineer, and currently I'm working as a research assistant for the ASHVIN project. And I'm using this same project work to do my doctoral research, where I'm a doctoral candidate at the Technical University of Berlin in Germany. My work is really project-based, because I'm really looking at the ASHVIN project mostly. And basically for the ASHVIN project, we have main objectives. The targets in the ASHVIN project is that we're trying to digitize the European construction industry, and basically it can also help generally the construction industry at large. We're looking at increasing efficiency in construction, resource efficiency to avoid wastage, minimize wastage. We're looking at also improving productivity, and also the other KPIs are related to cost, for example. And for my research specifically, I did some parametric modeling and generative design optimization. For my design optimization, my objectives are basically inherited from the ASHVIN KPIs, key performance indicators. So I look specifically to minimize the construction time, which would then, in effect, increase the productivity, and also minimizing the carbon footprint, because we're trying to, of course, be more sustainable for the future. During my research, one of the main challenges we faced is that it was around the time of COVID-19. So that meant that we couldn't really have much travel, and what I mainly learned out of this is that Ahmed is told that we're able to do some ethnographic video interviewing. So ethnography is basically the study of humans' behavior and things like that. But specifically in the construction industry, usually we have a master and an apprentice, and then we have like the shadowing, and you're trying to learn from each other. And it had never occurred to me that you could actually do it using video and interview someone and learn from them and then use it in your design model. So I felt this really was so intriguing and interesting. We're soon publishing a book chapter on that, and I definitely would be happy to continue this direction because I love lifelong learning, and to me this is a nice way to also do it, because that way, regardless of any other versions of pandemic issues that may come up perhaps in future, construction would still be going on, and therefore ethnographic video interviewing will definitely be something to go on with, and basically how to see how best to improve it, to make it more basically more integrated into digital twins and building information modeling. Basically that would be the direction roughly that I can think of for now. This is a really interesting question. What I would say from my own perspective is that, and just from my research experience so far working on the digital twins and having ASHVIN has been such a lovely platform. It's been an academia and industry research collaborative research project. And one of the things that I didn't really foresee or think of initially was, I thought because we are having a partnership, data wouldn't be an issue at all. But then it became more interesting into the project that still intellectual property rights for the data, who owns the data, and who owns the output from the data really became something very key. In a way, it also impacted because the work, because we had to agree on some of the administrative things about data protection and all that before we could actually even be let into the data. So I would think that my perspective on the future uptake of digital twin technologies is that it's a very good approach, and we're having a very data-rich information age. But the main issue is how comfortable is everyone to let out their data. For instance, one of the other KPIs for ASHVIN project was the safety. And in my research, I wanted to look at safety, but definitely safety-related data is very sensitive, and so we didn't have access to this. And so I would think that for digital twin technology tools to become really a routine process for the sector, issues of data security, data protection, and also I would say in a way related to indemnity rights, professional indemnity. For example, if a company allows you to actually see their safety records and you're able to see their near misses, their incidents and incident reports and all this data, which ideally may not reflect well, but we can learn from and use to actually improve future projects. Can they be protected that no legal suits can be followed thereafter? So I would think that would be really something key as you're trying to go digital more and more. Yeah, that would be my perspective.